Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is C. Greenhart, and welcome back to Factorio. This is a vanilla series, as you know from the previous two episodes. For those of you who somehow found episode 3 before episode 1, the explanation for why it's vanilla as opposed to modded like I normally do is because when I was pulling it up, half my mods were broken.
Oh,
So,
jeez.
yeah. Oh, and obviously this one is special guest Kazuma Suno.
Hello.
Yes. And so, as I was saying, instead of sitting there and waiting for all of the mods to update and double check, see if they actually work, I was like, why don't I just do vanilla? Because I had already disabled all of my mods, and obviously the game was able to load into. So, vanilla. Now, the objective of this game is to reach the point where I can have an infinitely expanding base. The objective isn't like what you normally see with mega bases, where it's sitting there going, all right, the objective is to get to 10,000 research packs per minute. No, the objective is not something crazy like that. The objective isn't like 10 rockets per minute. There's no objective like that. The objective is an infinitely expanding base. So like setting up design. The objective essentially is setting up designs for iron smelting, copper smelting, steel smelting, research packs, electronics, oil, whatever. Setting up blueprints essentially for infinitely expanding bases. So like for instance, like obviously right now I just started very beginning. So obviously I'm doing that like initial basic setting up. Right now I'm working on overproducing copper, because that's what you always want to do. You want to overproduce your ores so that you have a little bit of a buffer for expanding like the productions. So I'll just do all of them. That's what you always want to do. Because if you're not overproducing an ore while you're off in another part of your base setting up steel, for instance, if you're just producing enough iron ore to smelt for your iron plates for your base at the current time, when you set up steel production, suddenly, poof, there goes all your iron, and you're no longer producing enough iron. But if you're overproducing iron for your base at its current time, when you add that steel production, you're fine and nothing bad has happened. So you always want to set it up so that you're overproducing your ores. At least the plates. That's why you'll see some of these mega bases with, like especially some of the more recent mega bases where they have train lines that go for miles. Like, for instance, like normally it would be like you'd go like, okay, so this is blah, 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 blah. And then of course you go to the next one and then the next one and the next one and the next one and so on and so forth. But some of these people, they've gone and like they've mined out this one. They mined out this one. They've mined out this one. And they've mined out this one. So what have they done? They've gone like a 3-hour run in one direction, just going and going and going and going until they get to like you could, I've completely zoomed out on the map. You can no longer see my start. And they'd still be going. And they'd have these super massive trains. And now I need to get back to it. Like they'd have these super massive trains that transport hundreds upon hundreds of thousands of ore to their smelteries. Like, why would someone do that? It's because they're trying to overproduce their ore, their plates. Now, am I going to set something up like that? Like where it's like a big bertha for iron ore and copper ore as opposed to artillery? Probably not. I probably won't be doing that. I don't know exactly how I'm going to set up my trains as of yet. I haven't really experimented all that much with trains, like how they work, the optimal ratios for cabins to locomotives. This is just me sitting here going, this is the plan. Whether I succeed or fail, only time will tell. Okay, so for here, what I could do is have a little bit, like I do have splitters, I believe. Yeah, I do have splitters. So what I could do is have a little bit of a buff. Instead of having it join in here, I could have it as a 2-lane system for a little bit. Have a buffer at the end that mixes them together. That is something I could potentially do. That's not what I'm going to do right now because this 300,000 copper ore, once we're reaching the the mid to late game, that's going to be gone. If I'm remembering correctly, is it vanilla or... Yeah, it looks like it was probably a mod that added the... Oh, no. Mining productivity. So, like, once I'm reaching the point where I'm not thinking, I'm actually doing the blue science packs, which are not required. I don't remember what they're called. Chemical science packs. Like, once I'm sitting there actually producing chemical science packs instead of talking about it like I am now, this ore patch and this ore patch are probably going to be gone. Or on the verge of disappearing. So, I will eventually... I'm not entirely sure how exactly I'm going to deal with this. Like this central starting base. I might, once these ore patches are gone, I might rearrange this so that, like, off camera, either off camera or on camera, depending upon like if it's like a episode 10, like, as you know, every first episode of a series and every 10 episodes, I do an hour-long special. It's not really an hour-long special, but like they're hour-long. So like I may take one, like once these resource patches are gone, I may take like one of the hour-long specials and rearrange this central base so that it's just manufacturing something as opposed to mining, refining, and manufacturing. Most likely that is what I will do. And I will probably have like trains. What I'll probably do is I'll have trains ship in ore and then it'll refine that ore into the plates. Like I may sit here and just say this is just iron. Or it'll do copper, iron, and steel. It depends upon the situation once I reach that point. if I reach that point. Alright, so let's... Oh, that's actually not powered, so let's go boop. That unpowers them. But I can go there so that it actually pulls from that. Alright, so I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 14, 15, 16, 17 more miners to pull up the second thing. I don't need... No, I don't need that, so I just need that. So let's go whoop. Perfect. So let's go... That'll be 5, 10, 15, 20. These initial episodes are definitely going to be a lot of this. Me sitting around waiting and setting up the ore production and the plate production. Like, at this rate, I'm expecting it to probably be episode 6 or 7 that I'm swapping over to setting up the, like, a proper Red Science Pack area. That's what I'm predicting. It could be episode 10 for all I know. Or 20. Or 400.
Or 69.
Oh, 69. I don't get it. The abridged series. They'll never get old.
Oh, yeah. I don't get it.
I'm still concerned about watching that, like, the official abridged series thing.
Oh, ghost stories.
Yeah. Well,
It's pretty funny. Like, as much as I've watched, one of the lines is, "Pretend you're being chased like by a black man." Well, at least he's not racist.
Eh. Alright, so there. There.
Have you accepted Jesus Christ as your personal Lord and Savior? I'm Jewish. Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, God.
Just the stuff in that show. Oh, God.
Oh.
The lines in that show is just golden.
Yep. I could just picture it now. The producer or the director or whoever is in charge of that stuff is just like, okay, here's your script. It's a blank sheet of paper. That's the problem.
From what people have heard, that's actually it. There was no script.
Oh, God.
They just went with the flow.
So, essentially, it's just one big, giant ad-lib.
Yes.
Robin Williams would be proud.
I mean, the little kid, most of his lines are...
For those of you who don't get the joke that I just said of Robin Williams would be proud, it's rumored. No one's actually confirmed this, but it's rumored. 80% of his lines in movies, TV shows, whatever he's been in, have been ad-libbed. It's been slightly confirmed that he's the one who, like, literally wrote the song "A Friend Like Me." Like, according to the slightly sort of kind of confirmed rumor, what it was is he was the director and writers. The original plan was for him to just simply say you've never had a friend like me. Robin Williams, of course, took that and turned it up to 11 and was like, why don't we do a song and dance? And the director was just like, good idea!
Well, I mean, it is Disney.
And of course, this was back when Disney was actually good at writing.
Yep. Oh, jeez.
Granted, that's not to say some of their more recent stuff isn't good. It's just, like Nintendo, they had their golden age. Granted, Nintendo's having another golden age.
Because Nintendo.
Okay, that is orientated correctly. Alright, so I'm gonna need 1, 2, 4, 6. Oh, shit. 8.
9.
Lovely. Bunches of coconuts.
No ad-lib will ever beat the jar of dirt.
I've got the jar of dirt. I've got the jar of dirt. I've got the jar of dirt.
That whole scene is the product of Johnny Depp finding that prop and just running out with it. Their confused faces are actual confused faces. They have no idea what's going on.
Enough! The fact that they just...
I got a jar of dirt. I got a jar of dirt. Guess what's inside it?
Which of course means they had to turn around, go back, and film the scene of him putting the heart in the jar of dirt, film the scene of him getting the jar of dirt. All that because Johnny Depp couldn't resist the joke.
Nope. So they had to put that all into the plot just because of that. You know, we're gonna run with this.
And to think, that one scene, the fans fell in love with.
Oh, jeez.
Enough to the point there where they remixed it and made it an actual song. I'm not sure if like that's the funny part point or not, but I'm gonna put it on the other side. That's the side that needs it.
Good job. You know what you'll get?
A cookie? Oh, excuse me. Huh. Before I do that, I will just turn around and go. Oh, wait, hold up. Yep, I can do it. Boom. Boom. Oh, excuse me.
Fail.
Yeah. That always happens. No matter what. Boop.
I'm thirsty. I'll be right back.
Alright, you have fun. And of course, while I do say that the plan is infinitely expanding base, obviously, as I've said with all of my other previous series, eventually, at some point in the future, everything, and I mean everything, will be produced by some assembly machine somewhere in the base. Literally everything. From electric poles to plates obviously need to be done by the base, but like everything from electric poles to nuclear reactors eventually will be getting made by the factory itself. So there will eventually reach a point where I am no longer going into my inventory and saying, give me, make 200 transport belts. Instead, I'll be going to some assembly machine and grabbing express belts. Or maybe I'll just stick with yellow. Maybe I'll never make the red. Maybe I'll the fast belts. Maybe I'll never make the express belts. I don't know. Alright, so I'm gonna finish this line here. So 2. Screw it. Let's go boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom. And now I should probably power them. Oh, power the furnaces first. Excellent. So, yep, that's being powered now as well. So that's pumping out that. I will be landfilling that so that I can I do it now? Yeah, no. Hello? I could. I think. Hold on, let me see. Screw it, let's do 5. Boom, 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 boom. Let's see, it would need to be... Yeah, okay, I can. Awesome. Alright, so let's go boom, 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 and boom. Welcome back.
Fine.
Oh. Alright, so now that's set up. So, with that, thank you all for watching the episode. If you enjoyed the video, do not forget to leave a like and subscribe for more content, and hit that bell icon to be notified of next time I upload a video. And I shall see you all next time. And remember, Hail Sithis and Hail Shiva. Goodbye.